What happened to your show?
No. I used to do it on my iPhone.
Oh, that's right. You just said that. I'm tripping.
I'm going to do it again when I get the phone.
Because somebody asked me about that. I said, what happened to Ken's show? I said, I don't know.
I'm going to do it again.
It was my mama one.
Oh. We'll do it again. I set up the living room. Not the living room. Well, the living room slash laundry room because we have my house built.
Yeah. All right, cool. Alrighty.
Hey, Auntie Carlin.
You say, go talk about some plays live right
What's up, everybody? Well, one person, whatever.
Hey.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Dining Room Table with Dem Clays and friends. I'm Carlton.
I'm Kendra.
And we have our guest friend here today is Miss Kieta Rose Lee Corsi.
Hello. I like that.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
Miss
You're
Chloe.
welcome. Thank you. And thank you. Where did I get this hair from? Y'all know where I got it from.
Where you got it from?
You know what? It's so crazy because this some real good hair to be out. This cheap. It's cheap pack. It was all in one pack.
I'm about to say, I don't know nothing about no hair.
Oh yeah, it's the cheap pack, y'all. If you want to know, I can plug you in. Y'all ain't got to be spending all the money on them bundles. You see that? Look good.
Well, we are excited. You can tell this is gonna be funny. This is a character right here, but it's all good. She's she's an actress. She does hair, cosmetologist, everything. She does a lot of stuff. She's a hustler, so she out here in these streets.
Yeah, literally.
Not in that way.
Because I be driving for Uber too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm in the other way.
I know. Wall Street. No, I'm good. I changed, but God ain't through with me ever. But I changed.
Speaking of God, good segue. Today we're talking about church. Last week Carlos brought up a good point about church and God and the New Year and everything. So I said that would be a good topic. Because I have a lot of friends who, they believe in God, they believe in Jesus, but they don't go to church. Mm-hmm. So I just thought that would be an interesting topic. And because me and Kendra are PKs, well, not just me and Kendra, but the whole sibling pack, we're PKs. It would be a good conversation to talk about church.
What is PKs?
Preachers' kids.
Oh yeah, yep. That's what's up.
But yeah,
I'll tell you my story on that too, because I'm a preacher kid in some sorts of the ways. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'll let you know how.
Okay, well let's jump into it. So Kenyatta, you responded to our post about people who don't go to church regularly.
Right.
So what is your reasoning behind not going to church regularly?
You know what? And go ahead to answer the question about how my actual mother that birthed me, she's married to a preacher. Okay. And her ex-husband, which is my sister's father, is a preacher. Okay. One of my uncles is a preacher. So he's really, close in the family. We are. That's my mom's brother. So I know a lot of preachers as far as in family. Gotcha. So one of my reasons for not going a lot or at all right now at this point is because a lot of times it becomes like a rerun. I need to take this out of my mouth. This peppermint. It ain't allowing it to roll. I'm gonna know. Okay. It's like a rerun of a show sometimes. Oh, okay. And to me, a lot of times it does turn into a show. Mm. And it's like, when what they call discernment, when you can just look through something or look at something and you're like, no, right. I don't like this. Yeah. And sometimes, and then I think it's like the introvert type of thing too. Mm. A lot of times I don't want to be there that long. I don't want to be in the church that long. I love being around people. I do. But for the most part, I mean, if you know me, you know me. I like to break away. At least I might go outside. I might leave. I might come back. I might come late, so I'm there when it's almost over. But I said I came. You know what I mean? Because it's just that. But and then it's draining a lot of times because it's like you're expected to be a certain type of way, but we all know that a lot of people, they not that way at church, and I want to be the same way everywhere. And a lot of times people will like judge you when they're definitely not supposed to be judging you at church. And I'm like, I don't want to be here right now. They said that it's the hospital for sick people. I feel like I'm just not sick right now in that type of way that I need to go every Sunday. We can go deeper.
Do you feel like you've been hurt by the church?
Okay.
Or what people in the church?
I've had instances, and because I do believe that certain people that are allowed to be pastors and things like that, it is hurtful to see people in positions that you know that they are not deserving of, but since everybody doesn't know it, then you can't go against the masses because you look crazy when you start saying no and then you're telling people's business and you're doing all these type of things. But that's what you're supposed to. You know, you're supposed to give your testimony about what's going on. You need to tell somebody. It's just so much contradictions, and once you do something that is written that you should, oh well, let me go repent. And in my repenting, I might have to say a couple of people names maybe to say, well, this is the full story. And then even that, with that, you having to say, well, I know at a couple of churches they will want you to come up and you say what you're repenting for. Like, this is my sin and this is what, and I'm like, Dad, you gotta tell everybody.
But see, yeah. It's I think a problem is the church is a lot of churches are so people focused versus God focused. Like when you come to church, you are to learn about God and fellowship with Him, and how can you how your life can be better with Him in your life. That's what it's supposed to be about.
Build that relationship
with God. But sometimes people get about themselves. It's about them. My situation for me, I talked about this a little bit on Fire Nights. If you listen to the podcast, I briefly talked about it. But like, of course, our people know our father's a pastor or whatever. But we started off at our former church. He started off as a deacon. And then he became a preacher, one of the sons of the house. And for me, I used to be upset about church because I felt like church took my dad. Because my dad used to be like, my dad works a lot. And so when my dad became involved with church, it was his job in church. So he was going a lot of times. He was always at church, I felt. So for me, as a child, even as a teenager, I just kind of felt like I don't have that time with my father because he's always at church. So I was kind of upset about that. But then of course, when you get older, though, of course, you make friends. So I was going to church for the wrong reason. I wasn't even going to church to be trying to learn nothing. I was going to church to see what the drama was. It was always drama. It was like in our group, in our circle. It was like who dating who. Yep. Who about to break up with somebody, who cheating, and who, it was typical teenage drama, but just at church. So I was going for the people versus going for my relationship with God. So I just think, like I said, everybody has their. I think if people, a lot of times it's twofold, like because we're supposed to be putting our focus on God, not the preacher or whoever is in the forefront. However, at the same time, the person that's in the forefront has to realize that people are looking at them, so they have to live that example. So even though it's not about us and it's about the Lord, at the same time, we still have a responsibility because somebody that is not of higher spiritual maturity may not understand that. You understand that? So it's like you still have to walk in that example. And at the same time, you have to understand too that we have to understand that the people, preachers, and they're humans. However, at the same time, the preachers have to understand they're humans too, and they can't walk in hypocrisy. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's a lot of twofold things happening.
And with that, it's a lot of you need to focus on yourself and not focus on what anybody else is doing. Like you said, your relationship, you need to focus on building that relationship with God. even if you don't go to church, your relationship with God should be on point. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, you go through things. Church may not always be available to you. Maybe you work on weekends where you can't go to church. So it's different avenues where you can listen. You got podcasts, you got YouTube.
There's so many avenues now. It's so many
avenues. You really ain't gotta go to church. I mean, it's good because, like my parents say, you need that fellowship. It's good to have that camaraderie with people that are on the same level as you, and y'all can fellowship and talk about God and stuff. But honestly, I feel like for me, if my dad wasn't a pastor, I probably wouldn't be going to church either. So that's just my personal, because I feel like I've been in church all my life, and to me, it's kind of like, I feel like I'm in that period in my life where it's just like I'm kind of over it, but I don't want to say that. You know, I don't want to. I try not to. You know, I try to go to church.
You know, with a girl.
Yeah, I know. I try to support my father, but I'm just kind of in that place where it's kind of like I really don't really want to go. Not because of anybody else, but just where I'm at in life. I don't really want to, you know, go. But that's more on the personal, deeper side within myself. So.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Me too. And I went to all the churches in Augusta almost. Because, you know, I got a lot of family and my mom got married a couple of times, and when she did, we went to their churches, to the husband's churches, so that was different places. And then I went to explore on my own. And then you remember the first time that we worked together?
Yeah.
I left church because I had to sing in the choir, to come and do a sex scene, and then go back to church to sing in the choir for the next service. And it was like, I thought that was the most amazing thing in the world, to be able to do that, because I thought to myself, why people would judge me for doing that, people doing that for real. You know what I mean? Like, and that's another thing and I was like, it's so much that goes on that sometimes I just don't want to be there. Like, I don't want to be there for the drama. Like how you were saying, like when we were young too, I know there's a lot going on, but I never wanted to be there for the drama, and I still don't. And I'm like, when certain things have happened to where like this guy followed me home from church one night, and I nutted up. Like, and at that time, I was holding, you know, and I went in the house because I was about to let them have it. And I'm so serious. And I had to tell them that. And they were like, you know, don't do that. And what? Okay, I got 3 daughters, by the way. And I don't play. Like, I don't play like that. You know, and then it was taking like, oh, well, what was going on with y'all? What? What? Okay, so that's how we gonna do that. So, but I kept going. But I still was just turned off by that whole situation and how he was still allowed. When I did say something about it, I heard it was other stories about the same thing with the same person. And I'm like, who let this go on? Because in my mind, you wouldn't be able to, and you don't want to turn nobody away, but you wouldn't be able to be in the positions that you're in. So that is like, I would say, like spitting in somebody's face, basically. Because it's like, I still got to look up to you if you may be walking down the aisle being an usher or something like that. And that's not fair. That's not fair to a person, because that then breaks that person down. Like, I'm smaller than the situation that is really big. So, because that could have went a whole nother way. You know, but I had to think about it and I changed my life, and I actually sold those because I saw myself in the near future going down because my daughters were growing into teenagers. So it's like, okay, you know, I need to let that go, and I had to really, really pray about it and stay there because I was involved at that point, like doing a lot of things. And you know, when you start doing something, you don't want to just stop. And then I was like, okay, I'm stopping, and I'm stopping.
And with attending church, you need to talk to God about that. Don't just go to a church because it's popular. You need to go where you can grow and where you can get the word. So that's for a lot of people out there.
No, that's real. That's real. I forgot what show I was on. I forgot this the family show. Oh,
you thought you were on Fire Night?
I was about to say something else.
This is family.
Family. But no, that's a good point. And also, I'm about to say, with just keeping it 100, because our brother Cameron says all the time. He said he doesn't go to nobody else's church but daddy's because of the time. We've been spoiled because we go our church.
Get out quick.
Our church started at 9. We get out at 10:30.
Yep.
That's
sometimes before that.
Yeah.
Because for me, and it's not even about just getting out of church quick. It's about getting to the point.
Right.
Because a lot of times, some of these church services, all this hoopla, all this,
Right.
everybody getting up, saying stuff,
Right.
and all these church announcements that is
Right.
not relevant to what's
Right.
going on and everything. And it's like people's time spans and their attention spans are short.
I start to feel like
So-
I'm at the movie theater sometimes. Like I'm like looking at the screen, like. Girl,
Yeah, I mean,
what's going on now?
I understand. Like I said, it's just get to the point. You go in, get into that realm of, all right, I'm here to worship God. I'm here to fellowship with God. I'm here to fellowship with His people. Get that word, and you peace out.
I have caught the Holy Ghost at home so many times. It's crazy. And then when I start thinking about it like that, or if that's what you want to call it, the Holy Ghost, okay? Because that's what people call it. But I just call it your spirit being so uplifted to the point, and because you seeing things, you being told things coming together for you. My bad.
Oh, no.
Things coming together for you. I was getting into it, but and you realize that you don't really need that building. But when you read the book, right, the book will tell you your church is basically where you at. You are the church.
We are the church.
So you don't need a building to define you. Even I was watching Thor last night, one of my favorite movies, and it was Ashcraft or whatever the name of the place is. They were moving it, and they're like, this is the people. It's not the place, because they let the big demon thing burn it all down, and that's the whole point. That it's the place, so it's you, and it's where you are right then. Because a lot of times you could go there and get corrupted. Like, it's so much that I'm telling y'all that I don't.
People get caught up in the building. I'm gonna tell y'all now, our church is at an elementary school in the lunchroom, and you can still get that word and still get fed and still walk out there refreshed in the Holy Spirit.
Yep.
So it's like we used to have church here in the living room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what happened was people are so caught up in buildings. I have to go to a big facility church
with an overflow room,
with that outfit on.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We got some comments here. I don't want y'all to think we're ignoring y'all. We not. I'm trying to do camera work, trying to do all this. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in live here on our feed. Hey, Amber, Auntie Carla's here. Damian Scott Johnson. What's up, bro? He said some comments. He was saying some things. He was talking about the fashion show. I think he was talking about earlier about how people be walking there acting crazy.
Hey,
y'all.
Yep.
He said fellowship is underrated. It really is. People don't understand the importance of fellowship. That's very important.
It is.
Shout out to Kenny. What's up, man? Tuning in. Monique Braswell. What's up? And Damien also added that God dwells within us, which is very true.
Our sister's on.
Okay,
here.
so
said,
can we? I'm glad
Carmen?
he said
Yeah,
that.
Carmen.
Hey, Carmen.
Hey, sis. Whoever said God is in us, thank you for taking it there, because now I can really, now we can go, we can do this. We can do something.
We ain't got that much time, right?
Okay, well, all I'm gonna say is, real quick, he said it already. God dwelling you. Simple.
What's up, Kevin? Thank you for tuning in.
Simple.
Michael Noir, thank you for tuning in. Crystal Moore, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, we can't talk about that scene, Damien. We're on a family show.
Oh my God!
What are you talking about?
But yeah, so.
Oh, that scene, I see what it is. Yeah.
But no, this is a very important conversation. I thought this is something very important to have. But I thought it was important. I appreciate you coming in and actually giving your honest truth, but at the same time, being respectful about it. Because I knew for some people was gonna come in and bash it, and I didn't want that. That's not what I wanted, because everybody in the church isn't bad.
Right.
But unfortunately though, because people have been hurt so bad, they group everybody into one group. So. And also too, we all have things we all have to work on.
Yep.
Nobody's perfect. I definitely got things I got to work on.
Yeah.
So it's like we all, but at the same time, we need to just walk in love and continue to uplift and encourage each other. I think that's one of the most important things you can do in this walk of life. Hey, Mom.
Love, light, peace.
Come on. That's right.
You know these type of things, and you know what? It don't take the church to tell you wrong or you right. You know when you wrong or right.
Yeah.
And the thing again with God being in you, you have a decision to make. You could go left or you could go right.
Yeah.
And I want to bring up something real quick. You was talking about churches that make you come up and confess or whatever. There's nowhere in the Bible that tell you gotta come up. I don't see it. If I'm wrong, correct me, show me a verse. But I don't.
Cause
like,
I ain't doing it.
Because the thing is,
I ain't either.
that's more about, to me, I feel that's more about embarrassment.
And
versus
for people knowing what kind of person. You know what I think a lot of times? Because you know it's a lot of things that go on in the church that's a little
suspect.
Little sexual stuff that's bad, that's wrong. You know, and I'm trying to keep it, you know, respectful and everything. And I think a lot of those things that happen are gateways for people to see, oh, that's what kind of woman she is. Okay, and then boom, you know, you got a lot of pastors, you know, doing things, and you got a lot of different, and you got a lot of people who come there for that. Like, they want to look like, oh, I'm just, and I need help. Yeah. And then somebody want, you know.
The church is to build people up, not to break them down.
Come on. That's it.
It's supposed to be a hospital.
Yeah.
But you said that it's supposed to be a hospital for people who need to get healed.
Right.
Not just physically.
Right.
In all aspects of life.
And if you think you better than everybody and you all fixed and stuff,
you
need to take a break too.
Yeah.
What's up,
Instead of making the other people that feel like they want to be there because they need some help, and you got it all together.
Right.
Just take a break
If you think you perfect, then you don't need.
But the thing is, nobody's perfect, and nobody has it all together.
So you need Jesus, and you need the church, and you need the fellowship,
and that's why y'all still there.
Yeah.
Well, Kenyatta, I want to personally invite you to come to our church one Sunday. I think you'll like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No pressure. It's no pressure. It's no pressure. Like, if you don't show up, we still be friends.
Right.
No, but
I actually came here one time.
When?
One of your shows. And I felt the spirit.
When you came?
But we did Carlton Says Live.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about
and
that.
I was like, okay.
But we're not there no more.
It's my
We're not in that building no more.
Okay.
Let's say, we're in elementary school now.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Oh, that's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
It's all good. Same church.
Yeah.
Same people.
That's
Same
right.
preacher,
It ain't the place.
Right. Exactly. Because we are the church.
Let me read what Sonya Clay said. If you don't know who Sonya Clay is,
Sonya's our mama, so keep it respectful.
Hey, I was talking. God created the church to be a place of instruction, edification, fellowship, all of what y'all said.
Oh,
so she's
thank
agreeing
you,
with
Mom.
us.
And Brittany Bliss Milton says, I agree, church should be a hospital. We should love and want to love and be there for everyone. And our cousin Fahim said, what's up, family?
What's up?
I'm going to tell y'all what I do love about church. The choir. When it's not, like, if I see that's another, if I hear the same song, like, within a couple of months or something, then I gotta take a break. But I love the choir. That's why I used to sing at it. Because I love, when I go in there and I hear the choir and I'm like, oh, God. whatever it is, I'm just going to let it out right now.
Music is healing,
and,
though.
Yes.
It's very...
So... That's, I think, a part of what keeps a lot of, people there to be able to come. And that's a good thing. So, I do like that about
the thing about music, like I said, being healing, is in the Bible that David used to play the harp for Saul because he had spirits tormenting him. Mm-hmm. So that healed him. That, helped him, soothe him.
It's so many things.
Music is healing. It's a healing energy. It's a healing thing for people. So that's very important.
And with that being said, don't be doing that extra stuff. When you singing. All them runs. All that.
Y'all tripping. All right. So
get to the point of the song.
Y'all funny. We're gonna sign out. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Dining Rooms. I had a lot of fun. This was a good topic. We had fun with it, but it was very informational. Thank you, Kenyatta, for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. I was so happy. And I just want to say, we could, if y'all ever want to go a little deeper into the situation about some other things that we could talk about it when we get off and see if this could be TV material from us at the table. But it ties into what's going on Common Day, and then another reason was for why I don't want to go to church. But it could go too deep if we start talking about
it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. We're going to sign off.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for joining us for the Dining Room Table. We'll see y'all next week. And y'all have a blessed week. Peace. Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye,
Facebook. Should I finish it?
Yeah.
Finish it. Okay.